First and foremost, I would really appreciate if we cannot talk about Eddie and Thomas. Wow, and this is Fletcher. He's going, okay, he's going. But the rest, let's just ignore them. They actually don't exist. It's 2024. They're not actually there. You're not seeing them. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm doing once again a late April reading wrap-up, or a late wrap-up, but this is the April reading wrap-up. Yes, it's late, I'm sorry, but it's still here, and that's what counts. I'm gonna make this quick because I don't know how much space I have on my phone, and I don't want it to go. So, let's get right into it. I'm glad to be back. I've missed you. Anyone who's watching and interested, I've missed you. There's a hair on the camera that bugs me. Okay, so the first, I don't actually know the order. Yes, I do know the order actually. So first and foremost, I started with Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This book, honest to God, 5 stars. So good, romance, so precious. First book by Abby Jimenez, and let me tell you, she knows how to, it's kind of giving an Emily Henry, like the writing is different, but it's giving an Emily Henry in the sense that there's like, oh, it's this cutesy romance, but there's so many deep topics that are spoken about in it. They have such profound ways of dealing with it, and I'm always find it interesting to see how different people deal with it. Even if it's made up characters, these people are real to me. And she wrote it beautifully. There was something about the nature in this book that almost went with the feelings of these characters, and it wasn't just seasons, the things happened to go with the characters. Like leaves would fall when they would stand outside, and it would seem natural, but it was almost peculiar. And there was this interesting thing that she would do with the nature to entwine it into the romance, and that was so beautiful. Both of them are amazing. He is fine AF, and the little goat, I forgot the name, but he's so cute, and it looks like a lot of her books have it. At the moment, I'm actually listening to the second one in audiobook form. So good so far, love it. But yeah, this highly recommend. You should definitely get your hands on this. Abby Jimenez, I will definitely be reading her whole backlist because it just made me smile so much, and it distracted me from the terror of the universe. The next book I read this month was actually a newer release. It's called The Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. This is about a vampire underworld society and a tea room that caters to the vampires. I don't remember if it's in that society or not. Anyways, I had no interest in reading this at first. I bought it because when I went into the bookshop, all of a sudden it was calling out to me. This is kind of boring. Okay, the plot line feels like it drags on, and it's a short book, but it feels like it drags on, and there's a few things that are redundant that are written and just straight up don't need to be there. The ending was great, and for that I would read the second one. First book by Hafsa as well, or Hafsa. It was good, her writing is good, but I wouldn't recommend this one personally. I just think it had its moments where it felt uninteresting and bland. So yeah, but like I said, it's about an underworld, there's vampires, a vampiric society, I don't know if I said the word right, a vampiric society. My favorite character in this book is Jen, which is her best friend. He's the most interesting to me over her, Artie. She could be annoying. I saw the twist coming in this book. It's not a big twist, so I don't want to get you excited for that, but I saw what was coming. I feel like it's predictable. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this one, so I won't blabber on about it. Next, I read Heartless by Elsie Silver, but I made a whole video about that, so if you want to see my review on Heartless, you should definitely go check that out. I loved it. After that, I read My Dark Romeo by Parker S. Huntington and L.J. Shen. This was actually great. This was great. It was so toxic and steamy and smutty. But the writing was great. The details were on point. I was not bored. I was quite interested actually. The toxicity of it kind of grips me. It gives like a Magnolia Parks type toxicity, and for that I'm always entertained and I'm always in for the ride. This was good. If you can look past a toxic MMC, a toxic relationship in general, she's also quite toxic, the FMC, to give it a try. It's very spicy, so if that's not your thing, I wouldn't recommend. But this is about an arranged marriage. It's sort of it's a forced marriage actually, and she's kind of blackmailed into marrying him, and it's about the relationship developing. I would recommend it. I loved it. The last and final book I read, which doesn't really count because I started reading it on the 31st and it went into the next month, but it was a new release. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, Funny Story by Emily Henry. Emily Henry is a great author. Okay, so anything you read by her is great. What I can say so far, I think I've read 2 or 3 books by her, 3? Yeah, Happy Place, Funny Story, and People We Meet on Vacation. I've loved them all. This one was great. I loved the guy in the book. It's not a very funny story, thanks Emily Henry. What? I'm sorry, what? There was parts of it that was funny. The whole idea and the general premise of the book is funny. But why is there so much emotional depth? Fantastic author. She knows how to delve into it in such a mega and precise way. She knows how to delve into it without being offensive, and she knows how to portray a good romance and these true feelings, and they just feel so real, and it was really good, and I was smiling a lot through it, and the ending was great, and it's a perfect little fluffy romance with emotional sob-worthy depth, and I loved it. And so I gave that one a 4 stars. This one was also a 4 stars, and this one was a 3. Part of Your World was a 5. Definitely the best. Yeah, so it was a good month of reads. I read as much as I can after work and during work and my breaks and everything, so it's like I'm trying to find the time. I haven't posted as much, obviously, because of that, and like on Saturday, I could have filmed on Saturday, but I was feeling very lazy and I just wanted to sleep and sort of catch up on the relaxation because I'll be fighting people at work, man. I'll be fighting people. Not actually, but in my brain, yes. So yeah, this is, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's brief. My storage is probably about to run out. Halas! But I appreciate you for tuning in with me today and just spending this 8 minutes with me. It feels kind of, I haven't been wanting to say it early on in my YouTube journey, but I do love you. If you're watching, I do love that you are watching, and keep watching and enjoy. And if you comment, which there isn't many, but there could be soon, I really appreciate you, and I will be back as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. I will see you hopefully at the end of this week for something different. I know I do wrap-ups all the time. I'm gonna try to do something different. Thank you. Bye.